The girl lost her parents when she was 12 years old, and she was very naughty in class, and was called by the teacher to stand by the podium. Standing she grew up and became a young and beautiful girl. Her name was Ferret, and she was still so naughty as she was when she was a child. She reflected the light in the mirror and shone the light on the teacher, who mistakenly thought that God had guided her and ran to the church to pray. In this way, they don't have to go to class today, and she has the opportunity to meet the man she loves. Camlon, on the other side, was also dressing up for today's date, and soon they both arrived in the park in Quocosoho. Then, as when he was a child, he picked up the mud and threw it at Camlon. At that time, she didn't know how to express her love, and the way to pursue love was more savage. She went to a circus, bought 2 tickets, and all this was seen by the ill-intentioned Wright, who came to the hospital to find his adopted son Salim. He asked Salim to repay him for all these years of parenting and let him go to the carnival in the evening, knowing that Fried's parents have left her a great fortune and that she will definitely go there in the evening. He wanted his adopted son to find a way to marry her, so that he could get her wealth. When she returned to school, Fried was covered in mud after a date, and her classmates were thinking about her and asking her questions. Later, when they learned that the person she was dating was Camran, they were all excited, because Camran was a prince charming in their hearts. Then she recounted the plot of her date with Camran, and her classmates listened very intoxicated. At night, she took her better classmates and sneaked out. At the carnival, Wright tells his adopted son Salim that it is Ferret who walks past him, and Salim watches her lose his mind, at which point Wright reminds him not to fall in love. Later Ferret watched every show, and he would be there for her. Watching the big snake show, he's watching a magic show, he's still there, which makes her feel weird. For safety reasons, she and her classmates went back to school early. The next day, Cameron looked at the mud on his clothes and couldn't help but think of the scene when Ferret threw mud at him as a child, and laughed. He came to the school and asked if Ferret had gone to the Paksu River yesterday, but she didn't admit it. Cameron asks her what the mud on her shoes is, and it is at this time that she notices that her classmates are secretly watching them, and she hurries inside, for fear that what she says will be heard, and deliberately fiddles with some coquettish movements. The classmates looked envious, and what they didn't know was that she didn't date Cameron in the park that day, and Camlon, whom she liked, was dating another mysterious woman, or the same as when she was a child. She was standing in front of his eyes, but he couldn't see her, so angry that she threw a piece of wet mud at him, and the woman Cameron liked was indeed mysterious. She knew Camlon's family very well, and she knew that Camlon's mother would not accept her, so they could only meet secretly like this. And Cameron is also very obsessed with her love, and he even wants to be with her desperately.